blockbuster shakeup at Fox News after 20 years as the network's chairman. This morning, Roger Ailes is out, stepping down amid allegations of sexual harassment. ABC's Rebecca Jarvis is at Fox News headquarters with all the latest. Good morning, Rebecca.
That's right, Amy. Those allegations surfacing just weeks ago, and today, this bombshell. Roger Ailes, the man who built Fox News from the ground up, is out as top boss.
This morning, the man who built Fox News will no longer be running it. The network's parent company announcing Roger Ailes has resigned from his role effective immediately. In his resignation letter obtained by ABC News, Ailes acknowledges the attention surrounding recent sexual harassment charges against him, saying, "I will not allow my presence to become a distraction."
Roger invented Fox News and for 20 years has been Fox News. There is nothing at the network that he has not single-handedly created, shepherded, developed, grown, and produced.
Overnight, some of the network's biggest stars supporting Ailes. Britt Hume calling the resignation heartbreaking. After the news broke, Geraldo Rivera writing, "Oh, the grotesque unfairness of life." Others remaining quiet so far.
Here at Fox and doing my own show.
Ailes' bombshell exit comes just 2 weeks after former Fox and Friends anchor Gretchen Carlson filed a suit against him, claiming Ailes sabotaged her career because she refused his sexual advances. And according to New York Magazine, she's not alone. The magazine reporting more than 10 women have come forward, including one of the network's biggest names, Megyn Kelly, claims Ailes has vigorously denied. Overnight, Carlson's lawyer telling ABC News Gretchen's extraordinary courage has caused a seismic shift in the media world. We hope that all businesses now understand that women will no longer tolerate sexual harassment. But Ailes won't be going far, writing in his resignation letter to boss and longtime confidant Rupert Murdoch, who will be assuming the role of chairman and CEO of the channel. "I look forward to continuing to work with you as an advisor." New York Magazine reporting Ailes' office has been moved to another building, and that while they are still negotiating an exit package, he could walk away from the company with $60 million.
And ABC News has learned this morning that Ailes will continue on advising Murdoch, the new chairman. A source inside the company telling us that Ailes will serve in an informal capacity. He will only be advising Murdoch and not the Fox News company. His offices have been moved outside of the building. Amy?
All right, Rebecca, thanks so much. And our legal team, Dan Abrams and Sunny Hostin, join us now. And Dan, if there is evidence that these allegations are true, how then does Fox keep Ailes on and give him, according to one report, $60 million?
Well, first of all, I don't think they're keeping him on, right? I think that this notion of an advisor is PR spin. He's out. He's done. He's advising Rupert Murdoch in some sort of personal capacity. Secondly, they would say the investigation is ongoing. We haven't drawn any conclusions yet, but what we did do, they would say, is we took action fast to get him away from employees, and now. Again, I don't believe it's going to end up with $60 million either. If the contract, let's say, says roughly $40 million, they may make a business decision which says we'd rather not litigate this against Roger Ailes. Because remember, Roger Ailes' position is I didn't harass anybody. And if they say we're not going to pay you because you violated our contract, they're going to end up in a lawsuit with Roger Ailes.
And Sunny, notably, Fox in its statement didn't even mention the sexual harassment charges or allegations. What do you make of that?
That was very interesting, but I think these things are really negotiated out, right? And so they couldn't do that, is my guess. But the bottom line is they did take just decisive action, and that's very important. When you have a sexual harassment claim and when it's substantiated, if you are the parent company, you have got to take action, and that action generally is take the bad actor out of the picture, and that is what they've done.
And I think it's important to note that a lot of what we're hearing, I think, is spin, which is I think that Roger Ailes negotiated every single word that went into the public statements.
Absolutely.
That
He and Murdoch are friends. Have been friends
that's
for
right.
years.
So when we hear about, for example, he's going to be an advisor and $60 million, you know, let's be very careful to take all of that with a grain of salt. And
he's not going to be around women at Fox News. He's not going to be around women at 21st Century Fox. He's not going to be around women in that kind of powerful capacity, because that's what sexual harassment is about. It's about power. And so you have to take the power away from the bad actor.
And this isn't just one woman. There are reports as many as 10 women, including Megyn Kelly, have stepped forward. Could any of those women then sue, and does that do anything to these negotiations?
So statute of limitations in New York is 3 years, so it would have to be within the last 3 years. I think that you're going to certainly see the Gretchen Carlson lawsuit continue. This doesn't change that lawsuit because she's sued him and not Fox. But this is now providing an enormous amount of ammunition for Gretchen Carlson as well.
Well, no question.
And Sonny, not only are you a lawyer, you also worked at Fox News as a woman there.
Quite a long time ago, but
but you were there. What do you make of how Fox has handled the situation so far?
You know, I am impressed with how quickly they've acted. Remember, this lawsuit was filed about 2 weeks ago, and I think a lot of people are surprised that they've acted so quickly. They're removing the person that really created Fox News. That says a lot, and that says a lot about, I think, the parent company.
They could have said, we're going to wait until the investigation's concluded, right? We got to wait for the recommendations on this.
Could that speak to the evidence that's involved?
Absolutely. There's no question it does, right?
Let's face it. I think a lot of people were poo-pooing Gretchen Carlson's lawsuit. They were saying that it was because she was fired. It was retribution for that. Now we know there must be more. They hired Paul Weiss. That is a very exclusive law firm. It's a blue-chip law firm. It's world-renowned. And when Paul Weiss comes in and says, we have found something, that leads to the ouster of Roger Ailes.
Remember that she's still going to have to prove her individual case. I mean, just sort of looking at this in the macro is going to help her, but she still is going to have to prove her case in court.
And let's remember, she only sued Roger Ailes. That makes it very personal to her, and I think it lends credibility.
It wasn't about money, it was about justice for her.
It lends credibility to her actions.
All right, Sonny, Dan, thank you so much.